What's up, good people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Isaac Insights. Thank you so much for your continuous support. And good people, I really appreciate you. Thank you all. I have not posted for 2 days, and my good friends are asking, why are you not posting? Is everything okay? I really appreciate that. I really know that most of you care about my whereabouts, and I really appreciate that. I really don't take it for this video. It's late in the evening, but I just want to give someone an overview. I always see people commenting when it comes to these videos, and I want to tell you the truth about construction. You know, when it comes to construction, the journey between from foundation to roofing, it's always cheap, and that tends to tell people that construction is cheap. I'm saying that because I understand we have people. There is this house we did in Moise Bridge, and I was saying that this house, for you to build it comfortably, you need 700,000. That's 600, but you need an extra 100 for miscellaneous. And people were like, with that amount, I can build a 3-bedroom permanent house. The cost of construction in Kenya, I once said that if you are going to build your house, please just calculate the measurements that you have, then keep in your mind that the cost of construction in Kenya, averagely, it's 35,000 per meter square. So for example, if your house is 100 meters squared, like this one, but for me, I built it some years back, not this year or last year. It also goes every year. It's not permanent. The situation is not permanent. So as I'm giving you this video, this is 2024. Next year will be 2025. There will most likely there will be a change when it comes to construction. But if you are building such houses, whether in city or town, an average cost per meter square is always 35,000 per meter square. So you need to know that. So now let me bring you on board. And also, by the way, 35,000 per meter squared depends on the kind of finishing that will take place in your house. If it is an executive finishing, it may go even up to 70,000 per meter squared. So the determinant of the cost of your house depends mostly, by the way, on the kind of finishing that you want. Now, let me tell you this. If you're building a 3-bedroom house, building the tank, that is foundation, walls, lintel, wall plate, and then doing the roofing. Let me start this way. Building the foundation, wall plate, and then walling. Let me just classify everything as walling. It's not expensive. When it goes to roofing, sometimes that is when you start seeing that construction is expensive. Number one, the cost of material. That one remains constant. For example, you are building iron sheets from any company, by the way, any company, and you are building 60 pieces. 60 pieces times, let's say, for other iron sheets, I understand they are between 1,600 and 1,700. It ranges there. So let's go with 1,700. If you are building a house and the iron sheets is 60 pieces, and each piece is going for 1,700, you can see that cost. It will be over 100,000. So you like it or not. So sometimes when I give you quotation for roofing, it is not me who is making that cost to be expensive. It is the economy at large, the Kenyan economy. So I will say, building a house from foundation to roofing, it's always cheap. But from there, we have stages, which I said, and I'm making a mega video, a video that will go even 1 hour, just trying to explain each and every stage and the cost that are involved. After building that house, there always comes things that always arise. You need doors, front door, back door. You need windows. They will cost you approximately, for a 3-bedroom house, an approximate price will be 100,000. with 100,000 it can be low or higher depending on the cost of material at that particular time. Remember, when it comes to metal and steel and everything, they keep on changing. Their prices keep on fluctuating. And I will tell you, I will assure you this, huwa zipiti chini ya 1,000 per steel, ikuwe D10, ikuwe DA, ni ikuwe hizo chuma za kawaida. So that's how we determine that. So after you build your tank, we always come up with these expenses. And these expenses, I may look crazy when I'm telling you about them because people do not believe me, but I tell you, someone who has done plumbing alone in your house for a 3-bedroom house, if you do an executive plumbing, it need to cost you 200,000 minimum for a 3-bedroom house. Ask me how that comes. You are building a 3-bedroom house. We are saying with a 3-bedroom house and you have inside toilets, it means you will have to build either biodigester or you will have to build the septic tank. Septic tank cost, you have to buy materials, and I will also give you a video about that. You have to buy the materials, and also it depends with the size of septic tank that you are building, because I may say that the cost of septic tank can go up to 80,000 or 100,000, and then someone feels that maybe it's expensive. It is not, because you will buy material and then labor. However, the size also determines. Someone can build a septic tank with 20,000 simply because the size is smaller. So that depends with a person. So when it comes to plumbing, prepare your 200, 300 aside for plumbing. Electrical installation, piping, wiring, fitting, it will eat your 300,000 and above. But that is the range, by the way. If I say 300, you allow me to be 200 or 400. So it ranges there. Then from there, we go to framing inside. We need doors. We need these rooms. Each room is coming with a cost. Frames alone in your house will cost you, frames for 3-bedroom house will cost you, frames, let me give you the range of 40,000, but it can be higher or lower depending on the kind of frame that you are using. We have those who are using mahogany. You can't build a maisonette and then expect to use a 6x2 frame. You will need an 8x2, which is costing around 15,001. And then you can imagine you are building you need, let's say, 10 doors, because you have study room, you have kitchen, you have all those things. 15,000 times 10 doors. How much is that? So that framing is also costly. Now, when it comes to doors, it's also costly. However, I've clarified and said all this cost depends on the kind of finishing that you want, because it will not be expensive if you are using a 4x2 frame, which is not advisable, by the way, on a permanent house. For a permanent house, we advise go with the 6x2. And even after buying that 6x2, there is this another expense that no one will ever tell you, that when we come on the ground, we will advise you that for that frame, we will need an arc and cornice, just to ensure that your door is beautiful and is well done. So those things always sucks money. And those are some of the things that in construction, mtu mwenye hajajenga ataanza kukuambia this and that. It's not that I'm advocating for ati tukue na semi permanent wote, but what I'm just trying to say is that mtu anaangalia uwezo wake. If uwezo wako si wa juu zaidi, semi permanent can be used as a stepping stone. Unaanzia pale, alafu utaendelea tu. Maisha ni unaenda ukipanda. What I'm just against, for me, what I'm against ni watu wakae bila nyumba, yet we can build cheap. But I've tried to tell you some of the things that you have never known. Number one, just to summarize, because this video is too long and I don't want to go in that direction. Number one, building your house from foundation to wall plate to roofing is always cheap. What comes after that is what makes your house to hit even 3 million or 5 million or 8 million. Are we together? But out of all these theories that I try giving you, the cost of your house depends on the number one, availability of material. Number two, the kind of finishing. By the when it comes to finishing, availability of material is nothing, because availability of material ni ati mawe unatoa wapi, sijui ni pesa ngapi, hiyo achana nayo. Ikifika finishing ni mambo inakatwa ushuru, na mambo inakatwa ushuru, Ruto alisema lazima ikuwe bei ghali. I'm not trying to scare someone, but I'm just trying to inform you. You need to be informed, and be sure you follow this channel. Your construction journey will be cheaper. Thank you so much. Thank you for reaching out. The video I'm trying to come up with, I will call it my album, first album. It will be a mega video. It will be a video that will change the dynamics of construction in Kenya at large. Good people up to there, I say thank you so much. And also let me take this opportunity. Good people, I am getting support from some of you. We have those who are sending money, and I really appreciate. Specifically people from US, you are good-hearted. Mungu awabariki sana. I always receive some cash on my account. That is a M-Pesa account, +254 790 93 28 78. That is the same number you can reach out, and I will continue appreciating you. Up to there, good people, I say thank you so much. Mungu awabariki. Mungu awabariki familia zenu. Thank you for checking on me.